This took longer than it should have. I've had art block for a few days now. This time around, I didn't even notice I had art block, 'cause I thought as long as I got some kind of idea, then I'm making progress. 'Cause 7 fails is definitely progress. A lot of people will say, well, if you have art block, try to draw anyway. But the truth is that failing over and over can burn someone out more often than not. But not drawing at all can also have its downsides. So what really helps in this situation? If you're out of ideas, here's some goal plans to pick out of that might help you get out of art block. Goal 1. Reconnecting with art. Open your art, program, or sketchbook. Do 5 to 10-minute scribble or warm-up. Draw anything you can see around or in a reference. Stop when the timer ends. This one's one of the more simple things you can do, but sometimes people focus more on the main project they need to finish and not solving the problem that's blocking them from the finish line. Goal 2. Small creative output. Draw 1 character, expression. Sketch 1 pose. Redraw an old panel. Design a simple prop or background. Write 3 or 5 lines of lore. This method you can build small wins and confidence, but also find some inspiration by trying something different than what you're used to, or learning something that you wouldn't have otherwise. Goal 3. Build flow. Complete 1 panel or full drawing. Add basic colors and shadows. Fix an older piece instead of starting from scratch. Try a new color palette, character design, or a OC art challenge. Sometimes it's not the inspiration we lack, but more so the motivation or even the energy. Sometimes it can help to take a step back and remember, it's supposed to be fun, not stressful or upsetting. Goal 4. Progress over perfection. Work on it 30 to 60 minutes focused. Finish a page section. Plan the poses, outfit, and background beforehand. Try different art forms. Sometimes studying a new art style or trying a different kind of art expression can help bring back the spark behind your drawing again. Remembering that art isn't about being perfect or being beautiful, but sometimes art is chaotic or even ugly sometimes. The best expression is done in a different way, and that's what makes it special. And reminder that if you have art block, sometimes it's your mind telling you that it truly does need rest from art, and sometimes it's okay to just take a step back for a couple days. Which brings me to my next point. Monthly goals. A lot of people will want instant gratification, and they'll want everything finished in one day, but you can get a lot done if you have one goal for each week of the month. And this includes other art forms like painting, writing, and even editing. Even if you skip one day, you can still finish everything by the end of the week, and by the end of the month you could even end up ahead of schedule. Let's make some goals right now. I'll do 3 since February is almost over. By the end of the month, I want to have webtoon episodes prepared ahead of time for March. I want to have 5 chapters of my story written, and I want to be ahead in my videos so I can start posting every day. And if all else fails, have someone critique your drawing. Make sure this is someone you trust or someone who has art that you admire. If you choose someone you don't really trust and you think their art isn't anything like what you'd want your art to look like, then you're more likely to be upset with the result of a critique. Here's what I could change in this drawing. Slightly too much eye white makes her eyes look too big. Arms overlapping in a way that's hard to read. shoulder not overlapping how it should, and some personal things I noticed after this critique, like the ribbons on her arms I forgot to render, and the dark side of her hair blending into the background. Overall, having someone to critique your art can not only help you, but it can also help you notice things that you wouldn't have noticed otherwise, even if they didn't directly point something out, kinda. How by correcting her arm anatomy, I noticed her ribbons weren't rendered. And if you don't have someone who can critique your art, you can always find art that you admire and do an art study. I know it's not fully the same, but you can get similar benefits, and you might even spark inspiration in what to draw or how to draw in the way you need to. Since there's more than one type of art block, I can't help every kind. But these are things that have helped me in the past with a couple kinds of art block, like when I can't find inspiration or I can't seem to draw the way I want to. If you've made it this far, you get to hear a secret spoiler. But first consider leaving a like and subscribe. Secret spoiler of today is everyday content coming soon. If you made it to the end, comment this emoji. Bye-bye.